Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello, enjoyers of the retro MMO. I'm making this quick video here to, well, first of all, announce that I'm building a new game engine to migrate retro MMO over to. And two, to explain why and explain what this means. But pretty much, yeah, I'm starting a fresh code base, brand new game engine. Going to be working on this a ton, and once it reaches a point where it's kind of caught up to what the current engine has, I will be migrating all the game data over, you know, all the maps that we have, all the content, and of course migrating everybody's save file over as well. Everybody will keep their progress, everybody will keep their subscriptions that they paid for, all their items, everything. We'll be still working on the old engine a bit alongside this new engine, so you can expect some things to be released, some content and features to be released between now and whenever I am caught up with this new engine, but it definitely will be a lot slower. There will be less updates and less progress as far as things released into the live game than there ever has been before, which some people may not be happy about. And as far as why am I doing this is pretty simple. When I started building the current engine that RetroMMO uses, I was very new to programming. I had a year of programming experience. I had 0 years of game dev experience. And now I have 3 years of programming experience and 2 years of game dev experience. And I can build something that is way better, way more maintainable, way faster and easier to make features for, less buggy. And yeah, pretty much the reason that this is as a new developer building a MMO from scratch, I made some poor design decisions as far as like system design, architecture. And I can do way better, and I have plans in my head for how I can do specific systems way better. And when I think about going into the current engine and changing the systems to work that way, I think it will take more time and turn out worse than if I start with a fresh code base, build all the systems from the ground up, and then as far as adding features, you know, catching up with the feature set that the engine has, I will be able to copy a lot of stuff over from the engine, the current one, because plenty of the features that I built are fine. Like, this code's not a dumpster fire. The code's fine. It's really just the core systems that I really just wished worked differently. Worked better, and I guess I can talk a little about what these are if anybody's interested. First of all, if anybody wants to know the current engine, how it works, a summary of it, there is a video about that on my channel. I believe it's called like Engine Overview or something. But there's a couple things that are really big that are the main ones pushing me to this, and one of them is the way that data is sent from the server to the client, like the WebSocket events, which is what the entire game runs off. It's kind of random and weird. Things are not grouped together as they should be, and it causes lots of fatal client errors, crashes your clients, and I will just never have to deal with these sorts of issues if I build a system that doesn't have these flaws, doesn't have these weird race conditions that cause you to have data that's not what it's supposed to be. The other one is data entry, especially with like how I do the UI engine and things. It could be better, could be easier to work with, could be faster to build out new features, way faster. Many features that are very UI heavy that have taken me weeks, I would expect to take me days, if even that, with how I plan to do things this time around. Not to get like too into the tech stuff, but I'm completely eliminating the idea of building my own custom compiler with JSON data entry. I am instead going to do all the data entry server-side in TypeScript and leverage TypeScript for scripting if I need to. Not doing any sort of custom scripting language, not doing any sort of custom data entry, any sort of custom compiler. Going to keep it very simple, and I think that's going to be best suited for my needs. I'm also going to be relying a bit heavier on some third-party libraries. As much as I do enjoy building from scratch and building a game engine, it only makes sense to use third-party libraries where they're helpful. Like, for example, for rendering, for doing graphics, for playing audio. I wrote all my custom stuff for this, and you don't need to do that. You can build your own engine, build your own framework, and still use libraries that have, you know, already done the code better than you possibly could. And that's the case. Libraries like Pixie.js for rendering are going to do much better than I could building my own custom HTML5 rendering. And, you know, so on. But I won't go through and list everything. But, yeah, this is a very recent thing. I decided that I was going to do this just a few days ago. I am 4 days into building this new engine. I've been doing it all on Twitch. I've been streaming all my development on Twitch, which is in the description, of course. And as far as my YouTube channel goes, I am going to be stopping the 2 series that I have going on right now, the scripted devlogs, where I like talk about new features and things. Not doing those anymore. Also not going to do the making of RetroMMO videos where I go through and just like talk about how certain things work. Instead, I will be doing, well, sort of like devlogs. I'll be doing like progress updates sort of things about my progress on this new engine on some sort of recurring basis. Probably, and it'll be a bit of a different format, not scripted. Hopefully more enjoyable. So as far as future of RetroMMO goes though, I'm feeling very good. I am 100% confident that this is the right decision. And I hope that everybody else sees this as well. I hope that people understand why a decision like this would make sense. I know a lot of people won't. I know a lot of people will just be like, "Oh shit, he's restarting, dumbass." But yeah, if anybody has any comments or questions, go ahead and let me know in the comment section. I will be sure to read all of it and respond to anything that warrants a response. And thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much. I have much more on the way. Thank you. One more thing before I go, I gotta give a big shout out to the sponsor of this video, Covalence. Covalence is a full stack web development bootcamp, and it is actually the school that I attended. Covalence's goal is to bring you from 0 programming experience to a career-ready software developer, and that is exactly what they've done for me. If you're interested in learning web development, I highly recommend that you check them out. Links in the description. So once again, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.